Okay, again, February 8th, 2012, subtracting fractions instead. So question 1D, we're dealing with, first of all, we have a mixed fraction. So we're going to have to apply the knowledge we just learned about changing mixed fractions into improper fractions, okay? So first thing I'm going to focus on is this number here. Now it's negative, so when I change this to a improper fraction, is that going to change what type of number it is? Is it going to change it to a positive at all? No, it'll still stay as a negative number. So right away we know that we're going to have a negative number, and let's just quickly go through the process. I need to multiply the whole number by the denominator. So 8 by 4 is going to be what? Anyone know? 32, good. We take that 32 and we're going to add it to the numerator. So 32 plus 1, 33. Our denominator stays the exact same. We still have 4. Okay? The other thing we're going to change here, let's get our equal signs up, is the second number. Okay? Now again, remember our division rules. Even though this is a subtraction question, a fraction technically means -1 divided by -3. Okay? There are a lot of negatives here. What I'm going to try to do is simplify this question. When I divide a negative by a negative, what type of number am I going to get? Positive. So I can actually change this number here just into positive 1 over 3, just so it's a little cleaner, easier to look at. Okay? So now that we have this set up, when we're subtracting fractions, what do I have to do next? Something has to be common. Denominator. Okay? We have 4 and 3. Now it's usually easiest if we get the lowest common denominator, but any common denominator will work. So if you're ever stuck, a trick is, you know that if you multiply one fraction by the opposite denominator, so what I'm talking about is if I decide to take this fraction and multiply it by 3, and I take the other fraction and multiply it by 4, the other denominator, I'll end up with common denominators always. It will always work, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first fraction, I'm going to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 3, and I'm going to take the other fraction and multiply the top by 4 and the bottom by 4, okay? And if you notice, those are the opposite denominators. We're going to end up with a common denominator for sure. So 3 times negative 33 is negative 99. And 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4, 12 again. Perfect. Okay? So we have our numbers here. So our denominators are the same. So I know my answer is going to be over 12. What I want to do next is I just want to focus on the numerators and the sign between them. Essentially, think of it like we're just going to work with negative 99 subtract 4. Just working with the top to figure out what the other numerator is going to be. So what will negative 99 subtract 4 be? Is it going to be positive, negative? Negative what? 103. So our answer in the end is a negative fraction and 103 on top. So our answer is negative 103 over 12.